Hi, this is Bill Johnson, and this is Module 17, the final assignment with AEP 858. This one's going to be about data protocol. So the first thing we're asked to do is we're asked to design a graphic. I came up with a four-tier graphic or four-part graphic. The first part was in the collaborative learning cycle was to exploration and examination, which I don't really have time to explain all of this, but and then planning, practice, adjustment, and implementation. And one thing that I added in mind that I didn't see on many was the evaluation, actual assessment process. So that's a, and in the center of everything is continuous school improvement. So in each one of those, I basically took some of the Brunghart's theories about find out who we are in the examination, where we want to be in the planning, adjustment, and implementation, which I'll get into a little bit later on my actual protocol. And of course, in the evaluation and assessment, which some people don't put on theirs, this is the actual testing assessment, but we're going to roll right into the continuous school improvement, starts all over again. And of course, we're going to utilize the classroom focused improvement plan in this as well. I came up with a data protocol that's actually I call it a graphic organizer as well. And mine, I made it like I'm going to actually give this to my staff. And number one, we're asked to say how we think our staff's going to react to this. Well, the first thing they're probably going to say is, "Oh my, another thing to do." But if they have to analyze the data, I think this would help to really keep them on task. And how could this be adapted to other groups, different groups? Well, it will probably wouldn't fit all categories, but just by putting their name and their date, and I tell them in the instructions, this is going to help them look at the data, and while they go through the data, and I'll just talk about it a little bit here. And obviously the topic, what they're studying, if they're studying student test scores, if they're studying demographics or whatever, they put that in there. The very first thing they notice, that's kind of gives us the what we are, where we are at now topic. And then what the data tells us and what the data doesn't tell us. The two things that we are looking at, what we can see and what we can't see. Then we're going to observe the strengths and weaknesses, areas that they need to improve. They're going to come up with some conclusions. And in the areas that needed to be improved, this is going to tell us, they're going to be asking the question, where do we need to be? Where do we want to be? Okay. And then after the conclusions, they're going to have a written action plan, how they're going to implement that plan, and then any other needed data or information that they would like to talk about. So this will help them utilize some of the information that we have learned in this class, which is continuous school improvement is very important to study that in a logical, systematic manner in order to reach our goals and try to improve on what we've done. So this is just a very short video on this to end up this class, and I really thank you and for teaching Professor Cardula as well as learning from all my other fellow students. Thank you very much.